Be a part of history and subscribe to my 2 YouTube channels and join the 100,000 pharaohs that exist. And of course, follow me on Twitch as I create a radio station from the ground up. They ain't never seen a young black reporter coming like this. All right, Mr. Telepharaoh TV, how's everybody doing? First and foremost, happy born day to my damn self. Working on my birthdays, no other way. We gotta get it. All right. This is a very interesting story. So let's make a long story short. Let's cut the BS. There's an incident that happened at Irving Plaza. It was a show. I think it was a T.I. show. It was T.I.'s show, right? And I think he was bringing out Troy Ave, Uncle Murder. He was bringing out Mano. And Taxstone decided to show up. Casanova said he convinced Taxstone to come out of the house. From there, Taxstone and Troy Ave don't like each other. They've had beef in the past. They've seen each other. One of these two men had their weapon in there. I don't want to go any further than that, but I mean, y'all know what this story is. It's out there. Let's make it clear. It's all in public domain. You know what I mean? There's a story, and Troy Ave said the stories that are on the internet are all true. He confirmed that on his Breakfast Club interview this morning, and I'll just say this. It looks like Tax and Troy Ave got into some sort of a shootout. There was a struggle for the weapon. All I know is Troy Ave's bodyguard ended up dead, all right? So it looks like it was Tax's stolen gun. It's not a good situation, right? It's not good for hip hop. It's just not good for black people. It's just not good. We don't need that. Like, you'd think there was somebody who, at that show, one of these rappers could get them in the room and kind of calm it down, all right? For those who don't know who Taxstone is, we had the Tax Season podcast. His buzz was just picking up. Unfortunately, that killed his buzz. Troy Ave, I don't know where his career was at the time, but he can't get hot right now. He just can't get hot right now. And we're looking at this situation as it's very unfortunate for both parties involved. Since then, Troy Ave has gotten shot at again. I'm not combining Taxstone to Troy Ave getting shot again. I'm not doing that. I don't know what that was about. But it's very unfortunate that Troy Ave can't buy a break. And it seems like his career is struggling struggling to remain relevant. He dropped a record last week called Too Legit to Quit. And in the record, it is literally Troy Ave pretty much describing everything that happened in that Irving Plaza incident. Troy Ave reasoning for doing that, he said, this is my life. This is what happened. I'm not a snitch, because we got a lot of people calling Troy Ave snitching. He's just saying that this is a snitch move. In hip hop, you got to live by a code in the streets. And I don't live by the street code, by the way. You got to live by a certain street code where if you into it with another dude, even if y'all enemies, you can't snitch on him. Even if he kill your homeboy. And I'm not saying that's your story. I'm just saying you got to live by the code of y'all handle it in the streets. You never bring it to the police, 12 feds, none of that. Dumb code to live by. You know, it is what it is. My definition of snitching, if I commit crimes with another person, then I don't believe I have the right to tell on them if we get pressed. That is my definition of snitching. Now, I'm not saying anything else outside of that can't be right or looked at as corny. I'm just telling y'all, in the words of snitching, and in regards to snitching, I can't do no crime with a nigga. We can't do something illegal. Then I go behind his back and rat. That's a rat to me. Now, I think there's a lot of gray area with Troy Ave's situation because his best friend, his partner, his bodyguard, whatever, got killed in this situation. So it's like, dang, y'all want me to not go on that stand and talk about a situation when I lost a homie in this? My career got affected in this. I didn't even bring the gun in. You know, and that, again, that's up for opinion. That's up for debate. Here's the thing. In rap, you can't go to that stand. Niggas do it in the hood every day, but in rap you can't go to that stand because that's gonna be the narrative in every song you put out, especially with comment sections and everything. They're gonna always deem you a rat, and you're never gonna have that respect of your peers, right? Niggas do rap, but you don't know anything about their personality. Or niggas do take the stand. I won't say rat, rather they take the stand and talk about stuff, but they're not a big time personality, so it kind of goes under the rug a lot of times. A lot of times people do know. It is what it is. I'm not the street guy. I'm not trying to be the street guy. I'm just saying that it's a very tough situation for Troy Ave to be in. And it took its course to the Breakfast Club. So Charlamagne gave Troy Ave Donkey of the Day for making this song Too Legit to Quit. And in the record, it, like I said earlier, it describes everything. And Troy Ave said that is his life. He's describing it. Here's my thing. You gave him dunk the other day, Charlamagne. I think you got to be present for the interview. Charlamagne declined to come to this interview that was taking place probably on Friday. I don't know, maybe Friday or this morning. Charlamagne said he's just going to Diddy crop himself on out of this interview. Those were his words exactly. And he declined to do the interview with Troy Ave. Here's my thing. You gave him dunk the other day. As a personality, I thought this was the rule. If you had the audacity to talk about them, they got the audacity to come have the conversation with you in your face. Now, we obviously know Charlamagne is tied to Taxstone. They're friends. Charlamagne put Taxstone on his show. He invested into Taxstone, right? And there's something there. And I get that. I'm not mad at that. That's your man's. But you already had him on the platform. Now for you to say that we've gotten to the point that you don't want to really have a conversation with Troy Ave anymore when you already interviewed him after the shooting. If that was the situation, you should have never interviewed him in the first place. I think Charlamagne is saying, it went too far with Troy Ave making a record about what happened, right? And he's like, I probably should just step away from this situation. I'm too invested in it. If something goes wrong, I don't want my name tied to it. I don't want partners thinking I'm endorsing Troy Ave by any means. Here's my thing. You gave him dunk the other day last week. That's probably why he's up there today. You brought that story up to your platform. He doesn't have the right to at least be able to talk about you, right? We're personalities. Anything I say in the public domain is Charlamagne's obviously to me a GOAT in urban radio, right? And I'm striving to get to that point. He knows better than anyone. Anything that we say, a person has the right to give their comment and critique me, just like I just critiqued them. I don't own the right to pretty much have my opinion and not them have an opinion in return. It doesn't work like that. So for Charlamagne to do that, I thought it was kind of corny, to be honest with you. And y'all know I got nothing but love and respect for Charlamagne, one of the people that I look up to in media, how he moves around. I don't get that one though. And out to play devil's advocate with Charlamagne, Troy Ave came in that Breakfast Club interview and said all the right things. He's changed. He's flipped who he is as a person 180. He said, I'm matured. I'm not trying to be the street dude anymore. Ain't no money in that. We killing each other. He became that guy in the interview. And let's be honest. It is okay. One reason why Troy Ave is looked as a villain in this role is because people like Taxstone's podcast and people didn't like Troy Ave, the rapper, to begin with. He is, to me, probably one of the rappers with the lowest. People just don't like him. He has probably one of the lowest confidence. You know how the president has like a confidence level? I think in the hip hop, Troy Ave's confidence level is one of the lowest, right? I don't think a lot of people care for his music. He has a core fan base, but I think a lot of people love to hate Troy Ave, the person. I think he came in with that arrogant persona, and people, they hold him to that. They don't like, he's the villain, right? He's like the Golden State Warriors or LeBron in Miami. You know what I mean? He's the villain. People love to hate Troy Ave, and I think with that, he's garnished a lot of hate. And right now, he's battling with his past. The person that he said he was in his raps to who he really is today, probably a law-abiding citizen who just kind of wants all this stuff to go away, not do any more jail time, not have to do, just be invested in the court system, anything. I think he just rather for it all go away, but it's not going away that easily. So I think Charlamagne had a very tough position, but I probably wouldn't have took that interview to begin with. And I definitely can't not show up after I give on that platform. I give him dunk the other day. A lot of people hadn't even heard the Too Legit to Quit record until Charlamagne publicized it, on his platform. So I think it's very tough for Charlamagne to not do that interview. But I think it's a tough situation. And let me make it clear. If I were in that position, I don't know what would be the right step for me to take in that situation. And I'm not saying I would do something different from what Charlamagne did. I just hope I'm able to accept the criticism that I dished out to people. That's all I'm saying here as a personality. But I want you guys to talk to me in the comment box below. First and foremost, what do y'all think about Troy Ave? What do y'all think about the Taxstone situation? What do you guys think about Charlamagne opting to skip that interview this morning? And it looks like Troy Ave has changed a lot. Look like he's forever evolving, as we all should, I believe. What y'all think? Do y'all think Troy Ave making that Too Legit to Quit video is that snitching? Is that telling? I mean, literally, he claims it's just the truth, and he's not immune from telling the truth. I mean, y'all talk to me in the comment box below. If you was Charlamagne in that position, what would you have done after giving that brother dunk the other day, a few days before that? Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. Is Troy Ave snitching if he takes the stand in the Taxstone situation that left his best friend gone? And let's make it clear that should be the focus right now. Rest in peace to Banga, and prayers to his family. All right, I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.